Kids, there will never be the right word in any language that will explain how much I love you. Please know that no matter where I am in your hearts and you are in mine. I would give my life for yours time and time again. I am proud of all of you and always will be, my three perfect souls. Hi, my name is Heidi Loughlin and this is what having inflammatory breast cancer has taught me. The day that I was diagnosed was in September 2015 when I was 13 weeks pregnant with my third child. I think the main things that went through my head when I first heard that I had inflammatory breast cancer was particularly about what would happen with my unborn baby and what I would need to do to protect that baby. I didn't know if my baby could catch cancer. I had no idea. I'd never heard of anybody having cancer in pregnancy. And I was terrified about my two young boys that I had at home because I had a 1-year-old and a 2.5-year-old, and I just remember thinking that I was never going to see them start school. I was going to miss out on all the things that I'd taken for granted. And I just thought how wholly unfair that was. And it was a desperate situation, really. Just feeling completely out of control. The doctor explained to me that there was a type of chemotherapy I could receive whilst pregnant that was deemed relatively safe at that point. But it was not the chemotherapy that I needed with the type of cancer that I had. I needed a certain drug called Herceptin to tackle that, and that was not compatible with pregnancy. That was how it was described, not compatible. It was just an awful decision because I wanted to be here for as long as possible for my two sons, Noah and Tate, but equally I needed to protect my baby, and I think any parent would die for their child, and as horrifying as it was, I just didn't know what the right thing was to do to save all of us, so I did forego treatment to protect my baby. It was almost like having to make a decision between who was more important, the two that were already here or the one that was still growing, and I loved all of them equally, so I couldn't make that decision. I never regretted it, and even though that she did die, I still don't regret that decision because she was still here, even though it was for such a short time. Although she wasn't there, I still had a role to look after Noah and Tate and not allow their lives to be swallowed up by all the dark things that were happening to us, and because that's all I could do at that time was just to keep going. In the event that I do die in the next few years and before they're able to really grasp everything about me, I want them to be able to pick up this book knowing exactly everything that has happened to us as a family and still go, wow, she wrote that when she was going through chemotherapy still, grieving Ali, and she still was funny, strong, determined, and she did not let cancer define who she is. I guess it's exist in fear and sadness or live in strength and happiness. Either way, we all die at the end of it, but we have a much better time on the way there. But I hope to be reading it to them when they're 18. I have no intention of going anywhere before that. And I probably will outlive everybody with the determination that I have running through me currently.